Hello folks, welcome back to the Book Corner. I'm Hermione, author and lover of all good things literature. So it's currently raining outside and it's currently Sunday morning about 1:05 in the morning. So I decided to go ahead and do this tonight because I would have the time. So for people that did not watch the whole thing with my plans um, for 2025, my goal is to read three, yes, you heard it right, 300 books. Let's see here, 4, 8, yeah, 300 books. Now, people are going to say, how in the world are you going to read 300 books in a year? Well, there's 365 days in the year, so it is possible to do that. I was originally going to set my goal to 400, but I decided that's just pushing my luck a little bit too far. So I've settled on 300 books. So yes, I can read 300 books in a year. Now, how it works for people that did not watch that video, the first day of the month I will post a video that shows the books I'm going to read that month. Now, does this mean that I will read all the books in the pile? No, because I do have comic books that, according to Goodreads, does count towards the number. But for this month coming up, I'm not going to read comic books. I'm just going to read books. So these are the books that are going to be read in 2025, January 2025. Now, 2 of them are ebooks, and the rest of them are physical books. So the first book that I will be the first book that I'm mentioning that I'll be reading in January of 2025 is going to be Stephen King's The Shining. This is the 3rd book that Stephen King wrote. I believe it's the 3rd book. Might have, I don't know, but but if you're not talking about the other ones, this is the 3rd book. Another book that I will be reading is going to be here. Okay, sorry, The Witcher. It's going to be The Last Wish. Let me go ahead and lower this to you. So that is the book that I will be reading. I actually have another Witcher book on my Nook, but I found out it's actually it's actually the 4th book, I believe it is. So, oops, that was not my intention. Yeah. Okay. So, The Witcher, The Last Wish, and The Shining are the 2 only ebooks I'm going to be reading for the month of January. Alright, the next one I will be reading is going to be Small Favors by Jim Butcher. Now, the reason I'm including fantasy in here as well is I want people to get a full look at all the books I'm going to be reading for the month of January. I've already I already did the video showing the 6 fantasy books that I will be reading on my fantasy reader channel. By the way, I have a lot of videos that I already did that are not going to go towards these 6 books. These are books that I have been reading and all that. So, Jim Butcher, Small Favor. This is the 10th book in the Dresden Files series. Then the next one is going to be, for people that do not believe I read diverse authors, I'm about to prove you wrong, Children of Blood and Bone. I cannot pronounce the poor author's last name, so I'm not going to try, because I do not believe in butchering people's last names, no matter what part of the country they're from. I do not believe in doing that. That's against my beliefs. So, I picked up this book because I saw the cover for the 3rd book, and it got me like, okay, I so have to read this series. So, I got that one. For people that don't know, I do actually have the second book in the series as well. So I'm really hoping I'm going to like this book. I've never read from this author, so I'm really hoping I will like it. There's people that like it, so there's hope. Alright. Then the next one is going to be Sarah J. Maas's Tower of Dawn. This is the next to last book in the Throne of Glass series. I'm really eager to get started on this book. I'm going to read about 10 chapters a day, 20 chapters if I don't have to work. So a lot of these books I am going to speed through, especially on my days off. But yeah, so that's the next one. Then I'm going to be reading Terry Pratchett's Equal Rights. This is the third book in the Discworld series, the first book that does not have Ricewind in it. So I do not know how many books in the series that does not have Ricewind in it. But yeah, so I actually have this as a Kindle Unlimited edition. I will be reading that one. I am going to be skipping Mort because it has not been reissued yet. I will be picking up Sorcery next week. So yeah, okay, because Sorcery is a reissued book. Then I'm going to be reading Percy Jackson Olympians. This is The Wrath of the Triple Goddess. This is the seventh book in the Olympian series. Alright, so those are fantasy books that I'm going to be reading in 2025, January 2025. Alright, so the next one is Rose Mortem by Cleo Cole. I do not know what number this is in the series. So I'm going right into the mysteries. I'm going to do a little correction. We all know The Shine's not fantasy. Sorry, guys. But yes, so Rose Mortem I'm going to be reading as well. Then A Whisker of a Doubt by Kate Colty. This is a Christmas-themed kind of book. I should have read it during Christmas time, but I didn't. But yeah, that one. I believe this is the third book in the series. Then I'm going to be I'm going to be reading Murder Undercover by Kate Carlisle. I believe this is the fourth book in the series. So once I'm done reading this book, I'm actually going to purchase 2 more books from her from Barnes & Noble. I actually will go buy half-price books and see if they have the next 2. I really hope they do. And then I'll just get it from there if they do. But if they don't, I will get it from Barnes & Noble. Then I'm going to get A Whisker of Trouble. I'm going to read A Whisker of Trouble by Sophie Ryan. So this is the next book in the series. I will be also picking up the next book after this one when I'm done with this book. Alright, this is going to be Nancy Drew number 5. This is entitled Lights, Camera. Yeah. I do not have the next book in this series. I believe this is book number 5. So no, I do not have the next book in the series. I do intend to get it. I probably will end up, I will go to Half Price Books, but if I can't find it, I'll probably end up having to go with Amazon. Not exactly a fan to go with Amazon, but they do have the Nancy Drew books, so yeah. Alright, and then I'm going to be reading, find it. Here it is. I will be reading R.L. Stine. This is the first horror. This is actually the first, this is the second trilogy that R.L. Stine brought out. So very interested in reading this one. I read this book years and years ago, but I'm really interested in reading it again. Then I'll be reading R.L. Stine's The Second Horror. Alright, then I'll be reading Nancy Drew Clue Crew. This is number 4. Once again, I will be getting, I know I definitely can get this off of Barnes & Noble's website, but as I said before, I am going to go to Half Price Books and see if they've got it. But yeah, so I actually waited a couple of months to actually buy this book, but they're pretty short and I will get through it probably within a day. Alright, so last year, not last year, but earlier this year, I did buy this because I had read or heard that they were changing the language of the books, and I just could not do that. So I'm going to be reading Roald Dahl's The BFG, Big Friendly Giant. Really am looking forward to finally getting a chance to read this book. So I should have this book done in probably about 2 days. So yeah, the thinner books are going to be much easier to get through, so I'll be happy about that. But yeah, so I'm looking forward to reading this one. I am actually going to read one Roald Dahl book a month, so I am really looking forward to doing that. The next one is Murder on Wheels by Lynn Calhoun. I bought this book like months and months ago, but I will be finally picking this book up as well. I can get it as a Kindle Unlimited, but I do prefer to actually buy it on Nook, and that way I can take with me to work, which I will tell you a little bit about the secret to how I read so many books in 1 month. Alright, this was at the top of the pile, so this is Welcome to Camp Nightmare by R.L. Stine. I do not know what number this is. Basically, like, what I'm basically doing is just, like, reading them and then taking the old, like, R.L. Stine Goosebump books or going on the internet and see what number they are and putting them where they belong. So, very excited about getting around to reading this book. Alright. Then the next one is going to be Death by Pumpkin Spice. This is the 3rd book in the Death by Coffee mystery series, or something like that. Actually, no, it's a bookstore cafe mystery. Sorry about that. Yeah, so let's see what kind of trouble this poor girl can get herself into again. So we'll see. Then I'm getting the Silence. Sorry, not get. Why do I do this? I do not know. This is what happens when I shop my own shelves. The Silence in the library. I do not know what number this is in the Cat in the Stacks. I'm not really obsessed over like doing them in order, but yeah. So speaking of this one, I was actually I was actually at Barnes & Noble. And they did have a couple more of these books. So I might swing by there next week and pick up a couple more books. I don't know. Then I'm going to get... why do I... God, stop doing this to myself. Then I'm going to be reading Joanne Flung's The Fudge Cupcake Murder Mystery. So this is another one that's... I love this author so much. I will once again, as I said before, go on Barnes & Noble, add it to the cart, then go to Half Price Books and see if they got it. So we'll see if we got it. Got the next one after this one. Then I'm going to be reading It Takes a Coven. So another book that I purchased off of Amazon. I think it was a month or 2 ago. So yes, it's also included in my book haul video that I never got a chance to upload. So I think we'll give up on that and just, you know, do the book haul videos when January comes around. Okay. Then I got Rita Mae Brown, Sneaky Pie Brown, and this is going to be Pay Dirt. This is the 4th book in the series. I am going to be picking up 5 and 6. Either Half Price Books or Barnes & Noble, physical or online. So, yeah. Going into science fiction, I'm gonna read Star Trek: The Next Generation. This is number, I hold on a second. I'm here. Number 25. Okay, sorry. So it's entitled Grounded. This really looking forward to getting down to actually reading this book. Just like with a couple others, I'm not really obsessed over the order to which they have been released. So, and the final book, number 25, is going to be Death of a Greedy Woman. In the UK, it's Death of a Glutton. So, yeah, so this is going to be the next MC Beaton book that I'm going to be reading. Alright, so those are all of the books that I am going to be reading for the month of January, which at the time, when the video does come out, it will be January 1st. I'm so glad I'm not out there. So what I will do is on the second day of February, I will give you my my review of all 25 books, and I will also be writing down the worst books I've read and the best books I've read. So that's what I'm going to be doing, and yeah. I'm hoping that it works out because, in all honesty, I just really like, I mean, I don't think that I'm going to be able to do the worst or best books here for this year, so I'm just going to start fresh off with the new year. Alright, so I will see you guys around, and I'll see you guys around, and hope you guys enjoy the reviews. Bye.